Hello there, third graders. We are looking today at lesson 6.7, which is going to take what we did with decomposing some factors and kind of extend that a little bit. Here we have a little bit of warm up here. The question says, compare the multiplication facts. Which fact in each pair has a greater product? So the answer here is either going to be 4 times 6 or 5 times 8. Which of those products, this one or this one, is more? All right, let's see. So 4 times 6 is 24, and 5 times 8 is 40. So the answer here was 5 times 8. 5 times 8 is more than 4 times 6. How about this one? Which of those problems has a greater product? Did you say 3 times 7? 3 times 7 is correct. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 4 is 12. And this is more, just like that one was more. One more little warm-up problem here with our multiplication. Which of those has a greater product? You should have picked 5 times 5. 2 times 18, the product is 16. 5 times 5, the product is 25, and 25 is more. Okay, remember those terms that we talked about. You know, if we have 2 times 8 equals 16, this number 16, the answer is called the product. And the two numbers that we multiply together, these are the factors. I want to make sure you know that word because Mr. White teaches a lot of fourth grade, and the word factors is an important word in fourth grade. Factors, the numbers that we are multiplying there in order to get the product. So we're going to apply some strategies that we've learned to multiply some larger factors, working with our multiplication standard as well. All right. If you remember, a few weeks ago, we did some decomposing of factors where we took apart one of the factor, and that's what we're going to work on today. Here we have 13 times 4. Okay. Well, we're going to break apart the 13 into 2 parts. Now, I'm going to suggest that you pick things that you know pretty well. Okay, in terms of which multiplication, right? So I would not break this into 6 and 7 because maybe I don't know my 6s as well, but I know my 10s really well. So I'm going to break 13. I'm going to break it apart into 10 and 3, right? 13 is the same as 10 plus 3. And so I can take each one of these parts. I'm going to take this one first and multiply it times the other factor. 10 times 4 equals 40. And now let me do the other one. Here's 3. 3 times 4 equals 12. So look, do you see what I did here? Right? It's right here. The 13 that I used to have is right there. And I was multiplying times 4. To get my answer, I am going to add up these 2 parts, right? And I would get 52. Now, could I have broken up the 13 into different ways? Yes, I could, but I really like using the value. Maybe you could have done 11 and 2 or 5 and 8, but honestly, I don't think those are as friendly. It's up to you, though, when you break apart one of the factors. You're going to break apart the big one. All right, let's do one together. It is on page 203. Open to that page in your math journal. Let's do this together. All right, here we go. Sadie uses a multiplication strategy to solve 5 times 12. Here's Sadie's strategy. So let's take a look. She had 5 times 12, and she broke it into 6 times 6, or 6 and 6, right? So, Mr. White, if I was doing this, I would have done 10 and 2. But Sadie didn't. That's okay. She took the 12 and broke it up into 6 and 6. Then she did 5 times 6 equals 30. And then another 30, right? These are the same. This one is 30 and this one is 30 to get her answer of 60. That's a pretty good job. Okay, let's describe what Sadie did here. Let's see, can we make this bigger? Let's make this bigger on the next page so that everybody can see better. Explain Sadie's strategy. When we're explaining things in math, we often want to use sequence words, and we do here for sure, right? First, second, third, last, finally. Those are all sequence words. Next, then. First, Sadie split the 12 into 6 plus 6. That's what she did first, right? Then, well, you tell me then, what did she do then? Then she multiplied. Is that what you said? 5 times 6 and 5 times 6. She did her 2 parts. Last, well, what did she do at the end? How did she get her answer? She added the 2 products to get her answer of 60, right? Whenever you're explaining something, you definitely want to tell what the answer is, right? We can't leave that out. Okay, so go ahead, take a moment if you need to finish writing that down. Here we go. Number 2. This is what I was waiting for. Use a different strategy to solve 5 times 12. Okay, so we can do something different. We're not going to split it up into 6 and 6. So 5 times 12. What do you think? How should we break up this 12? 10 and 2, right? Now, if you said 3 and 9 or 4 and 8, that'll work too. But this is really going to be nice and friendly. When I say friendly, these facts are going to be ones that I think you know pretty well. Our first one is going to be 5 times 10, right? We have to multiply that times 10 equals 50. And then what's our second line going to say? What's this line going to say? 5 times 2, right? 5 times, got to get this 2, right? 5 times 2 equals 10. So what should I do with my 50 and my 10? Add them up. Did you add them up? And get 60. Okay, so we've used some numbers here to be able to show our thinking. Maybe we could have written it in sentences also, but we stuck with the numbers there. All right, here is your math journal page. You're going to be looking at page math journal page 204. Mr. White can spit that out. And in each one of these, you can see a larger factor for us to split up. So see that 15? Let's split it up. Don't make it 7 and 8. That's too weird, right? Well, I mean, if you really think you know those, you can do that. But make it 10 and 5. Do 6 times 10 and 6 times 5. Yes, right? That'll be something that you'll be much more comfortable with. So you're going to be breaking apart the bigger factor. Okay, down at the bottom, there's a try this. Can you try this? Absolutely. You try that, right? Make sure that you spend some time. Show your thinking. There it is. Some space so you could write a sentence here or do some math problems down there. You could draw a picture there if you needed to. That's your workspace. All right. third graders, almost called you fourth graders. Third graders, you get a chance to work on this. Our goal here is to be able to apply some strategies that we know, right, about decomposing factors to be able to multiply with larger factors. When I say factors, remember, I am talking about the numbers that we multiply, right? In number 2, 12 is a factor, 3 is a factor. The answer is the product. All right. If you need any help, be sure to reach out, and good luck.